What's up everybody, it's Chris. Today we're going to talk about walls, not the exterior walls. That's untreated cedar in this particular tiny house case. We're going to talk about the interior walls and how I did a poor man's shiplap, and I think it turned out pretty good. I'll let you judge. Alright, so instead of trying to explain to you how I did that in there, I want to actually show you what I did, and I think the best way to do that is to mock up a little section of wall, and then I'm going to just kind of recreate what I did in there. This is a wall, sort of. It's not my finest work, but it'll do. And what we're going to do is we're going to cover it just like I did in my tiny house. So this is just a thin piece of Luan. I don't know what these go for nowadays. Last time I bought a piece was pre-COVID, and they were about $15, so I guess they're probably about $30 a sheet now, or thereabouts. I'm just gonna cut this piece out. Oh, come on, seriously? No pencil? What kind of rookie operation is this? Ah, there we go, I got my pencil. Give me something to write on. Anybody who knows that quote, please comment down below. All right, let's get this cut out. All right, so there we go. So what I did on the inside of the tiny house was obviously the home was framed out. I insulated all the cavities in the walls. Then it came to covering the walls. And what I did is I just simply used this stuff and covered up all the walls. Go. Here's our mock wall, and then the only thing left to do with this now is add. That's a flat wall. Now you could paint that and be done with it, but if you want that poor man's shiplap look, what we're going to do is we're going to cut 6-inch strips of the remaining Luan, and we will I'll show you how that works. Let me cut some strips of that stuff. Boom. All right, table saw set up to cut 6-inch strips. All right, so there's our strips. Now, I probably went in and sanded these edges down. This isn't a very clean cut. None of this is done with a lot of precision here, but I'm doing this for illustrative purposes. And by the way, if any of this is helpful to you and you're finding this useful, please hit the like button. It helps me out tremendously. Check out some of my other content. I have more of this kind of stuff centered around tiny houses, tiny living, sustainability, how-to videos, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so now we've got our strips cut down. For this particular piece, we have 3 strips. Now, the spacing of these, I used a crimping ring for pecs that I just simply flattened out, and then I put it in here. You can, create like, I don't know, you can cut another thin strip, anything you have lying around the house that keeps this space uniform here is fine. But yeah, you basically lay it out and you space them out accordingly. One thing to note, my walls are obviously painted white. It is incredibly useful and helpful if you paint this base layer white, because it becomes a real chore and a real bear to get into these gaps with a paintbrush, certainly not getting in there with a roller. And so painting the, oh my God, look at what have I done? Painting this base layer white is super helpful. Doesn't need to be like 3 coats. A single coat is fine because you're only seeing that one small gap. They're spaced out accordingly. Sometimes I like to get a little spaced out. And then all we do is boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Something like that. So there you have it. That's it. That's your finished product. Let's walk it up on here. Boom. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Ignore this. But that is how you get a shiplap look, very rustic shiplap look, I might add, from a lowly piece of 1/4-inch plywood. And I think it looks great. It's held up great in my house. You can paint this, you can stain this, you can do whatever you want with this. You can add some linseed oil to it, but that to me is a really cool look. It's infinitely cheaper than buying the actual shiplap material. I can figure out what a square footage price of applying this would be versus some of the other material. I'll throw that up on the screen. If this has been helpful, please drop a like, drop some comments below. Let me know if you think there's a better way to do this, and or if you've seen it done a different way. But that's it. There's your wall. That's how you create a poor man's shiplap. And I am indeed a poor man. So like I said, comment, like, subscribe, so that Google can pay me a little bit of money for these YouTube videos. All right. Thank you. This is Chris signing off. Until the next video, have a good life, enjoy, and get started on that tiny house project, damn it. Build it. Do it. Come on, get there.